What's going on, YouTube? Hope everybody's having a great day. I always look forward to talking with y'all. Today it's a little bit windy. I'm gonna try to speak up so you can hear me. I got a few different things I want to talk about. First thing is got an email set up. So if anybody wants to come, wants to email me, talk to me about anything, has questions. If you're a Rick Gore lover and you don't want nobody to know and you want to email me or whatever the case is, like I said before, whenever you email me, it's going to be between me and you. Nobody's going to know that we even talked unless you want me to mention it. But besides that, it's nobody else's business besides, between me and you. And all it is, it's crudlowfarms@gmail.com. That's CRUDLOT, then farms. No space or nothing. But it's crudlowfarms@gmail.com. And then my wife has been, I think she set me up a Facebook, which is also Crudlow Farms. So, like I said, I had no idea about the whole Facebook thing, but I'll learn it. But besides that, I'd love for y'all to email me so I can talk to y'all one-on-one, and we can discuss different things. I don't know if you can see her, the big old deer right there. I don't know if you can see that or not, but I still see it. Big old doe. Pretty cool. Like I said, so you can email me, do all that. I want to talk a little bit of, I'm not a big fan of Rick. Everybody knows that. I hate talking about him all the time. But every time he does a video, it seems like he tries to scare people out of getting horses. Like it's just a big old ordeal. Tries to break it down to being all scientific and, throws out percentages and this and that and ratios and try to make it more difficult than what it really is, And every time, that he just made a video talking about different cult followings in the horse world. And heck, that's what he is. He's a damn cult. And like I said, if you don't agree with him, he unleashes his followers to your channel and just downgrades you and blocks you and flags you. Do whatever they can to make your channel, not be any good. I mean, if you don't agree with him, all he does is this, he bullies you. And then he turns around and says, well, people bully him. And, all he's trying to do is help the horse. And all he's doing is bullying everybody, trying to scare everybody, trying to tell everybody they don't know what they're doing, that, he knows what he's doing. And it's a big joke. And I just want to make this video talk, it's really not that hard, If you're interested in buying a horse, this right here is around about how much it's going to cost. And this is what I want to talk about. You don't have to go out and spend lots of money on a horse. It just don't have to happen. The most I ever spent on a horse is $1,200. Now, it was years ago whenever I was roping on an everyday basis. She was my roping horse, and that's all I did was rope. I spent $1,200 on her. Besides that, I never once spent over $500 for a horse. That's just the God honest truth. I have no reason to be spending $2,000, $3,000, $4,000 on a horse whenever I can go buy one for $500, work with it, and it's going to be a great horse. Some people might not be, might not like to do that, but I suggest if you're new to the horse world, that you need to buy an older horse. A lot of people, it seems like, if you're talking about a horse that's 10 years old or above, that horse is just too old. Not true. Crudlow, matter of fact, he passed away at 32 years old. They will live quite a long time if nothing, tragic ever happens. My roping horse, one of my roping horses, she passed away. She was 29, and they will live a while. So I always tell people the second 10 years of a horse's life is the best. That's when they're more calm, they calm down more. If you work with them, they're just a better horse. So I would definitely suggest to get an older horse. Don't look for just looks. There's a lot of horses, a lot of people that they'll buy a horse just because it's pretty, and somebody that's just started, they'll buy a 2-year-old, beautiful horse that's never been rode before, and then they get themselves hurt because they don't know what to do. So don't look for just looks. Sometimes looks is okay, but I would rather have a bomb-proof horse that I could throw my kids on and just forget about than having a real big, pretty horse that everybody's scared of. It's pointless. So I would rather have an older horse, ugly horse that's good around my family. So once you picked out your horse, if you want to deal with the mares or geldings, or it really shouldn't matter as long as it's a good horse. You know, if you want to buy it at a sale barn, you know, you can buy it at a sale barn, and he tries to make it, you know, that Rick guy always tries to make it like the horse world is all bad and nobody's good. There is bad apples in the horse world, but that's with anything. There are some good, honest people out there, and you just have to find them. But you can buy them at a horse barn. You know, they have auctions. I bought many there. You know, you can become friends with the auctioneers. You can become friends with the workers there. And, you know, they'll help you out. It's okay to get a horse at an auction. Next, or if you want to buy it from an individual, same thing, you know. Just make sure you know what you're looking for. Whenever you buy your horse, you bought the horse, you bring it home. You know, it just depends on how you want to feed it, how much land you have, if it's going to be in a stall. It's another thing about what Rick says. You know, the way I see it, it's none of my business on how somebody else raises or takes care of their animals, as long as they take care of them. Some people prefer them to be in stalls. That's fine. You know, let them be in the stalls during the day and let them out. Some people prefer them to be out in the pasture, and then they'll stall them up to feed them. You know, it's nobody's business. It's not. You know, I can care less. My horse can be stalled up. They can be outside. Who cares? So it just depends on how you want to do it. We do round bells. And our round bells around here, like I said, I'm in Oklahoma. You know, it might vary in different states. Might be cheaper, might be more. But we do a grassy alfalfa. We won't do a full alfalfa. We might do a full alfalfa in the wintertime, but we would never do a full alfalfa in the summertime. It's too hot. And then we'll go over to the whole colic thing, and I did a video about that. So we do grassy alfalfa, and it's a mixture, and it probably weighs about 1,000 pounds. And we don't keep them in front of the alfalfa the whole time, or the round bell. You know, they'll be on there for an hour or two, then we get them off. So that we can make that last, you know, as long as we can. You know, we'll cover it up, get away from the weather. You know, try to make it last 3 weeks, a month if we can. But also in the evening times, we'll give them grain. You don't have to give them grain. You don't have to give them the same type of grain I do. I just do a baby beef. It has some molasses in it, corn in it, stuff like that. And we'll feed that in the evening times. And then the rest of the time, you know, if you have different pastures called, you know, land management, you can keep them in one pasture for a certain amount of time, and then you shut them off and you bring them to the next pasture. You know, constantly try to let the grass grow in different places. So you got the round bells, so let's say that's about 80 bucks. We'll say about 80 bucks a month. The grain, that'll be probably usually about $10, $12 a bag. Let's say $10 a bag, so that's 50, 80 and 50, it's 130 a month there. And then you get with the wormer. I worm them every 6 months. I just change it out, the different kinds. I want to use the same wormer every time. So, and wormer, it'll range between, it might be different in your state, I don't know, it ranges between $10 to $25. I never buy the most expensive ones. I just don't see the reasons to. If you look at the ingredients, it's basically all the same thing. So I'll buy the cheaper one to switch it out. And then if, you know, depending on your vet bill, if you want to take it to the vet and stuff, you can do that for shots. I give my own shots, you know, penicillin, stuff like that. I've learned how to give my own shots over the years, so I don't have to worry about none of that. But you can look into the whole vet thing to do that. So, you know, it probably, you know, roundabout, let's just say, and it also depends on how many horses you have. You know, if you just want one, you want two. So, you know, right now we're down to 2 horses at this place. So, you know, about between $150 to $200 a month or so. That's what it costs you. And anything else can come up. So, you know, don't let nobody scare you away from getting a horse. And, you know, you choose to raise it and take care of it how you want to take care of it. And don't let anybody, you know, bull you around. If you want to get on a horse and you want to wear a helmet, you wear a helmet. You know, if you want to get a neoprene saddle with leopard print and a pink and polka dotted breast collar, do it. You know, it is nobody's business on how you know, ride your horse. It's whatever you feel safe doing. I tell everybody, you know, riding horses is awesome. It's fun, but on the flip side, it can be very dangerous. You know, that's another thing that Rick guy wants to get into, talking about horse trainers and stuff like that. And you know, all horse trainers are not bad. He tries, you know, and the deal is, you know, he says, well, horse trainers don't guarantee it'll work. No, they don't, because pretty much every time we have issue with horses, it's, you know, the humans cause the issues. It's a fact. So I can't ride your horse for 30 days and guarantee that this horse is going to ride with you like they do me if you're not, you know, if you haven't been riding that long. You know, I've been riding for over 20 years. I ride this horse and give it to you, and you've only rode for a month. I can't guarantee that this horse is going to do the exact same thing with you as it does with me. So when I train a horse, I would prefer you to come out and ride too. Like I said, so you ride your own, I'll ride it, and you ride your own horse. If you can try to come out once or twice a week, I'll put that person on the horse, and I'll work with the horse and the person. You know, that's the best way to do it, you know, to get them used to their own horse. There's different ways, all about it. Don't let anybody scare you away from wanting to, you know, own horses. You know, it's not all scientific and percentages and all this shit. It's not, okay? You know, if you do it right and you don't have to go out and blow all kinds of money, you know, you can do it and take good care of your horses. So I just want to do this video because I'm tired of, you know, people putting this horse world, you know, like everybody's bad and nobody's good, and if you're not following Rick Gore, you don't know nothing. And you know, I'm tired of that shit. It's ridiculous. You know, it is. Owning horses, you know, it's a blast, but it can be work, yes, but you don't have to go broke doing it, okay? That's just how it is. I appreciate y'all watching. Every one of y'all, appreciate my subscribers. If you're not subscribed already, please do. Don't forget to email me, crudlowfarms@gmail.com. And this is another video I hope you like. Do a thumbs up, thumbs down, whatever you prefer. Y'all have a good day, and we'll talk to you later.